Let's talk about studying. Okay, did you study in high school? Did you study in high school?
Yes.
Okay. Why'd you study in high school?
To prepare myself
For what?
for a test quiz,
Okay.
where I'm able to make good grades and remember the.
Okay. Did you, okay.
I did.
Well, you had to do a little bit of stuff. Well, my next question is, why did you study?
To prepare.
Okay, that's a good interview answer. Turn it around. Ask me if I studied in high school.
Have you studied in high school?
Yeah, ask me why.
Why did you study in high school?
So I could play football, I could drive, and I could date. Okay? Now, I went to college. Ask me if I studied in college.
Did you study in college?
Yeah, ask me why.
Why?
Because when I went to college, if you didn't study, you flunked out and you went to Vietnam and you died. Okay? So that's why I studied. Okay? I went to graduate school. Ask me if I studied.
Did you study in graduate school?
Yeah, ask me why.
Why so?
So I wouldn't have to get a real job. Okay? And then I got out of school and I said, well, gee, no more studying. I couldn't have been more stupid and I couldn't have been more wrong. The studying you do now as a professional, especially in the sales field, and it doesn't matter what sales field, but obviously we're in the automotive sales field. The studying you do now will pay 10 times the dividends the studying you did in high school or college. Okay? Unless you go to college and become a doctor or a lawyer. Well, none of us did that. Okay? So now we're in the sales profession. You're in the ultimate competitive environment. There is no second place money. If you almost sell a car, how much do they pay you?
None.
Nothing. If you get really, really close to selling a car, how much do you make?
0.
So we win or we lose. All right? So if ever there was a profession that should demand study and practice, it is that of a commission salesperson. Yet our culture doesn't really lend itself to practice and studying. Basically, most salespeople, and I don't know if this applies to you two or not, you can decide that for yourselves. Most of the salespeople I meet show up to work on time, drug-free and sober, and they work their shift. Most of the people, because most of the stores I work with are good stores, okay? This is a really good store. You can make a living by showing up on time and working your shift. But can you get rich that way? No. You have to do something special to get rich. By the way, can you get rich selling cars?
Yes.
Yes, you can. If you make $500,000 selling cars, you ain't going to be the first one. If you make $1 million a year selling cars, you're not going to be the first one. If you make a $250,000, you're not going to be the first one. But you can't do it like everybody else does it. Okay? You have to study your profession. YouTube is a great place. I mean, yeah, I'm on there, but there's other sales trainers on there who've got some very good stuff. A guy by the name of Jonathan Dawson. He's a terrific young trainer. I mean, he calls it Cellcology. It's some great stuff. I'd watch every video of his I could if I were you. A guy by the name of Andy Elliott. He's different, but you sift through his persona, which is a little wild, but he's got some very good stuff. There's other people on there who've got, I mean, your management team doesn't have the time to train you, okay? The best salespeople I come across in this country, and I've met over 150,000 salespeople in my career, almost without fail, the best ones have trained themselves. I mean, do they use their management? Certainly they do, but they train themselves. Look, it takes certain skills to make the big bucks in this business, but each of you has all the talent necessary. Each of you has all the brain power necessary to succeed in spectacular fashion. But you got to study more than you did in high school. You got to study more than you did in college. It's more important now. I mean, this is life. Take it from one who's getting towards the end of his. It goes by pretty fast. And you could never, ever have enough money. Okay?